Hi, Colleen. Hello, everyone. Hi, Naya. Hello, hello. Let's get into conversation mode really quick. Um, Hi, love. Let's get into conversation mode really quick. Energy for this week overall on topics and conversations, right? Let's talk about um, being honest and open with ourselves. What we like, what we dislike, what we don't like, our personality, who we are, who we're meant to be, right? And what would people basically think of us, right? Are we okay dwelling with ourselves until we actually find someone that connects with us enough to be comfortable in feeling a sense of openness, doing things together, you know, that's basically maybe out of your comfort zone, out of the norm. Like, have you guys ever, like, roughly for some reason, big ups to Houston, hey Joseph, really did something out of the norm where you thought it was just a bit, you were like hesitant in a bit, but then you guys actually opened up, and you guys basically enjoyed and had fulfillment and nothing but joy and bliss. um, Sometimes you have to come out your comfort zone. You have to be honest with people, okay? Whomever obviously you relate with, because it's really sad that people have to objectively, sneak or do something strategic behind their partner's back to just, come to some sort of conformity. Good morning, Zachariah. How are you? It is sad. It's really sad. It's always good to be genuine, to be open, to be honest with your person. It's always good to have some sort of compromise, and it's just not on the internal basis but also the external. You always want to know your person genuinely, okay? And you always have to give the best the best version of you, okay? Enough for temporary happiness as a fail. Vincent, that's because people don't really allow themselves to try new things, okay? They're just so comfortable in whom they believe they are. They believe that they realize that supposedly they worked on themselves, and that's not the case, because sometimes people can, see through you. They can see, the real you. They can see, if you're just saying yeah just to say yeah, Oh, you cut all the negativity out. Awesome. I was also explaining this to someone. When you have more than one a disease, or and some certain things are happening in certain areas, it speaks about patience when it comes to healing. When you're asking, the higher ups to like heal, it takes patience and time, because obviously you have one more than one thing going on with your body, and your body's obviously connected to you. It's like a temple, so if something's going on with your mind, your head, if something's going on in your chest area, or your legs, or your ankles, each part of your body has some sort of thing that needs to get done, right? Your hands, you need your hands to hold, right? You need your mind to think, There's certain verses that implements these things within the temple, okay? Hi, Miley, how are you? Hello. And that speaks about patience, okay? Patience. All takes patience, especially when it comes to your body, and really being disciplined, okay? A lot of you are truly, truly, I can see so many people um, really doing some sort of diet or disciplining your mouths, or I don't know, you guys are doing something awesome and amazing with your bodies. It's freaking awesome. It's giving you enough what we call clarity, healing. Limbic linguini, that is a personal question. I will not answer, but I am happy, but I will not answer. Yeah, if you want to ask questions, go ahead. If you want to get to know me, go ahead. I'll answer if need be. But questions like that to be publicized, I don't answer. That's my personal life on my end. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, TG, for following me. Thank you so much. Let's continue to pick up on the energies. A lot of you are going to be doing something outside of yourself. If you struggle with this, and let's say it's your first time, you know, there's no wrong in doing it. At least trying it, you know, one time. You know, a lot of people say, oh, I don't like that fruit, or I don't like that food, or how would you know? You never tasted it. You know what I mean? That's another good example too, as well. You know, a lot of you are also choosing to eat specific foods too, as well. Be careful when it comes to allergies too, on what you're eating. Please listen to your body. It's letting you know something too, especially if you guys are itching. Okay. Thank you, Joseph. I'm just picking up the wave, just going with the flow, on what I'm picking up on. Okay. It also speaks about communication. That is key. And it also speaks about self-betrayal. So, deceit of oneself. Be careful in, you know, making decisions based on emotions alone only. Do not do that to yourself, especially when you invested in someone. Just because you're having a bad day of the day doesn't mean that it's going to continue, you know, every day. Only if you see someone that has this IDGF kind of attitude to the extent where they're not even helping themselves in the process, then that's a different story, right? Because we don't want to be around that, you know what I mean? Especially when we've insisted so many times on communication in regards to certain aspects of your life and who you are, you know what I mean? I believe, you know, people, they want this straightforwardness. They want you to know if you're uncomfortable with certain things. Just because you're uncomfortable doesn't mean that the person's going to change feelings for you. Please understand that. Lordy, you're just speaking your mind on specific things that you don't like. Doesn't mean that you have to be inclusive in it. But if you are also part of that, if you're like a chill person, nonchalant, nothing really bothers you, cool. If you're not insecure, if you believe that you need to work on your insecurities, please do that. Do not control no one. Do not tell them what to do, what not to do. We are not their father. We didn't come here to be their mother. We're here to just be their companion, you know, their partner, you know, to listen them out, especially when it comes to friends too. Do not enforce things. Allow things to flow naturally, okay? There's so many beliefs too as well. A lot of people are transitioning, what we call transformation. A lot of people are believing for some reason that, you know, they finally found themselves, or they believe for some reason that it's okay to conform to 2 people, 3 people, 4 people, 5 people, and they're really doing research on this. They're trying to understand why they have the capability of falling in love with more than one person or loving one person. Listen to me and listen to me clearly. Your heart can only fall in love. In love. See, there's a difference between loving someone and being in love. Okay? Okay? You can only really truly for some reason fall in love once. Your heart can attach to someone easily, but you have to know the difference between in love, obsession and possessiveness and control, okay, and manipulation and desire. All right, desire and being in love, okay, that does go together, but possessive and obsession, that's not going to work. Don't do that. Sometimes, you know, we can't control these things, obviously, right? We need the time. We need to take out the time to understand what's happening, you know, on these changes. We cannot stop changing or having changes or seeing changes, obviously, within someone else. You know, we usually do our best to kind of level ourselves out with, you know, the other person. But at the end of the day, that's completely up to you. Listen, all I say is just be yourself, man. Enjoy life the best that you can and know how. You know, get into the books, open your books, read your books, or Audible online, or, you know, get some sort of other, you know, knowledge, okay, maybe from the past, maybe, you know, maybe you want to know certain things, certain aspects in your life, okay. It is toxic, yes. It cannot be good, Native. That is correct, okay? And it is very, truly difficult to detach yourself from someone that's completely possessive and obsessive. It is, okay? It truly is. Yes, Mercy. Amen. That's right. always. That will help you get through the day. That will help you make these decisions overall. Anything that you may face, right? We might say we're okay with something, and then later on we're like, oops, yep, I'm good, thank you, bye, peace, have a nice day, right? And certain people for some reason don't expect this. It would become very unexpected, and this is what a lot of people are basically going to be going through this weekend, overall next week, or probably the following 2 weeks. Okay, it does speak about legality on closures, especially when it comes to children. If you're in a circumstance, a situation, trying to fight for your child. I believe for some reason the energy I'm picking up is someone thinks that they're going to be entitled to something because they're tending or taking care of something or someone. And, listen, if you're going to do something, you do it out from the heart. God can see these things easily. God can know your intentions, before you. To see what decisions overall you're going to make, especially when you have someone that you're supporting within the family too. Make sure that the intentional is correct. Your heart is in the right place. You're not doing it off of chaos for malice reasons or betrayal, because you'll end up betraying yourself, right? Because God don't like ugly. All right. And if you're going to enjoy yourself, man, enjoy yourself without looking back. Just enjoy yourself, man. These things happen, and sometimes we don't have these answers as to why you may connect with something or someone, or why these things happen. We just don't, right? And it's always good to have what we call knowledge, I really want to get into this topic for some reason because it's just screaming at me. Hopefully a lot of you females and males understand the actual definition of what we call cheating, right? Cheating could be, something deceitful, something you have not spoken about with your partner. You weren't open with your partner about something, and he finds out, before you have the chance to tell him. Cheating could be, you cheating on yourself, or cheating in something that you believe for some reason that, you're looking at, and you just cheat, and you indicate these things, that's cheating. But I believe for some reason when you're open with someone, and you communicate, and they both agree, and you get a response that is sincere about a circumstance or a situation, because you believe that you are comfortable enough to open up. That's something that, is rare. It's completely rare to find. Okay. So yeah, just be yourself. And I believe that is not cheating. That is opening up. That is honesty. It takes a lot of courage for someone to want to speak about things that is out of the norm. Okay. And always pray too. Prayer is powerful. It's key. Okay. Let's see what else I'm picking up on. Someone wants to try something different. Someone wants to try to, I don't know, they want to do something different with their partner. That doesn't mean it's your fault, Amelia. You should not put the weight on you. Understand that we as mothers, or mother, does their very best. We get into these things and we don't really know. We don't really know what we're getting ourselves into until we actually dive in it. That's how it is. Alright, but we do have what we call instincts. Because that's what God gave us. Enough to basically help ourselves to make what we call a very important decision. Okay? But because there is a loss, does not mean that you cannot mourn. You don't have the right to mourn. Yes, you can. But also understand that you're a mother. You're still going to be a mother. You're always going to be a mother. These things are not your fault. These things tend to happen. But you have every right to take the time out to heal, as much time as needed. Right? Everyone heals completely different. Alright? Let's not try for that to hinder us or allow us to become tired. Brand 2, okay? That's why it speaks about Psalms, guys. Read Psalms. You guys don't listen. Open up and receive. Okay? Don't just go into a Bible and just say, oh, she told me or he told me to read Psalms. Let me read Psalms. It's not going to work that way. The desire has to be there. The need to receive has to be there. You cannot just open up the book of life and voila. No, that's not how it works, guys. Well, I just read this verse. Well, I don't see nothing happening really. It's not your time. It is not your season. But at least God knows that you have the will and the courage to open it up and really pray on it. Pray on something that you're going through. Understand that. Everyone has an objective. Everyone has a purpose. It just depends on how you're creating your world to be. You know? Let's see what else. A lot of you control your emotions. I can see a lot of you with anger and anguish and just reaping out the tongue, and then all of a sudden asking for forgiveness. Take it easy. Don't do something. I'm telling you right now, people are on the edge. People are giving so many people chances. People that are in relationships for a long time. You know, they feel like they're walking on eggshells, like they can't be themselves anymore, like they can't speak up anymore. Yes, you can. That's what your partner wants from you. They want you to speak up. They want to know you care about them, or that you care about yourself first, foremost than anything. They will not put you in a situation that you're uncomfortable in. You need to speak up. Not everything has to be, oh yes, yes, whatever you want, yes, yes. You know, like that movie Coming to America? It's just like that, you know, that lady woman hopping up and down, and he's just asking her questions, and everything is whatever you like, whatever you like. No man wants that. Okay, you don't have to conform to everything that they like. Speak up. That's what they're waiting for. They want to see that reaction. You know, a lot of people put people in these kind of placements, and yet they don't like the reaction. They don't like the response, because darn it, you know yourself. You should know who you are. I'm telling you right now, a lot of you are in test with your other half. I don't care. It could be a woman, it could be a man. Think things through, because trust me, they know you. They know when you're bothered. They know when it bothers you. Okay, and then you just say, "Oh, everything's fine. Everything's fine." They just asked you. They asked you, "Are you okay?" "I'm fine." And then 5 hours later, you're lashing out. You're like, "Whoa, what just happened?" That happens. And then guess what? You lose out on everything. Because you just lied to yourself. You lied to them. One little small tiny lie like that really makes a man think, should I really do this? A lot of you might get a surprise. I don't know if it's in 1 week or next week. You know, there's a lot of earth signs that, you know, darn it, they're ready to freaking settle down. They're ready to settle down. You do not understand what's in their head. They're ready. Listen, I don't know, a week, 2 weeks, maybe March. March is what I'm getting for most of my other earth signs. I mean, you could have heavy earth in your chart. I'm seeing a lot of, marriages. You know, some of you may elope. You might not tell family. You're gone. Check out for your sisters or brothers. They might become first-time dads, first-time mamas. You know, a lot of you already missed your periods. You think it's nothing because you never had a child, or some may believe for some reason you can't have children. You know, a lot of doctors told a lot of females, you can't have kids. And maybe you just took the right person. Maybe you took the right person. And then you guys are going to be in shock. I don't know. Because what I'm seeing, the messages that I'm receiving, what I'm seeing is somebody like having a breakdown. It don't matter, Native. Don't go by that. I'm telling you right now. You know how many instances people have their tubes tied? And God said, I don't think so. Because guys, it's not what you want. You guys are not in control of your life. God's in control of your life. Okay? He's in control of it. Okay? These bodies that we have is temporary. It's going back. You guys got to understand that. Be careful. All it takes is one time, and all it takes is the right person. That's all I got to say. Okay? Just because you got your tubes tied, listen, don't do that. Don't have that mindset. You'll be in for quite a surprise. And you'll be 50 and pregnant. I know a lot of, moms that are 50, 55, they're pregnant. I kid you not. I kid you not. They're pregnant. Okay, don't do that. If you're not trying to get pregnant, you want to have a good time, grand old time this summer, do me a favor. Strap it up. Strap it up or be celibate. One of the two. Native side cancer. It's not what you want, Native. We can control these things though, but it's not what you want. You can delay the process, but if it's written in the book of life, let's say, hey, when Native turns whatever age, boom, and it's gonna happen. You have a age. Look at that. Look at that. That's what I'm saying. I'm telling you right now. Sometimes people think that they're with the right person, and they never get pregnant, and a female gets frustrated. People separate because of that, because a lot of men, they want kids, man. They want kids, and they're like, what the hell? Why can't you? What's going on with you? Is it me? Is it they get checked? But it has nothing to do with that. It has nothing to do with that. It's the vibe. It's the connection. It's the soul. It's what God has implemented for your life. You were meant to meet someone and connect with someone to have a child. Okay? Yeah, it's not good for man to sleep alone, but it's also not good for man to just choose any woman that they believe that they can be a housewife. Don't do that either. Right? That's why we have to discern. Empty nest syndrome. It's always, it's funny, it's always when you least expect it. When you're not even thinking about it, when you forgot about it, when you're having a freaking grand old time. I remember someone, she went to a cruise, right? And she was just drinking, and she felt so dizzy. She was like smoking a cigarette, and it never happened. It felt like she took a cigarette for the first time, right? And then she was telling me something about sour in her mouth, sour taste, and she just completely fell out. And she's a strong drinker, but why are you gonna drink on the cruise? I believe they like to put you in some sort of room or something when you get like overly twisted or intoxicated. I don't know. That's what I was told. I've never been on a cruise. Don't ask me, but yeah, and yeah, she found out she was pregnant, man. That's what happens. And it's funny because she goes, I'm pregnant. I never felt no sour mouth in my taste and in my mouth, or I was like, hey, it happens. So yeah, if you're thinking about having a good time, don't do anything. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. Let me tell you something. A first-time father, right? Let's say you have children, but you just didn't want to have children or any more, whatever. And the intention of him was, even though you were having a grand time, whatever, because he didn't have kids or whatever. Let me tell you something. Don't do anything I would not do in regards to trying to get rid of it or anything like that. You will never see him again in your life. It'll be a done deal. It will be a goner. Okay? Don't try, like I said, don't try to betray yourself. You just speak the truth. You know what I mean? Because they'll end up finding out. Because when you're bored and you do these things, malicious things, without talking or communicating, you bleed, guys. You bleed for a very quite long time. It's not like a freaking period bleeding. So he's gonna want to know what the hell is going on. Do you have cancer? Are you sick? And this is how men think. They won't say anything, but that's just how it is. So I'd rather keep it up front, be honest, instead of doing some sort of malicious thing and end up losing the guy for good. Thank you, guys. Let's see what else I'm picking up on. Okay. But if you guys have any further questions that you may want to ask or I haven't asked, don't be afraid. I'm outside. It's so beautiful, guys. Where I'm at is awesome. I'm like in a landfill. Let me show you guys. Hold on. Let me show you guys. Isn't that beautiful? That's beautiful, right? There's like land mowers outside and stuff. I mean, I know you guys can hear it. But let's see what other things I have. And congratulations to anyone who makes it up there like big time on a viral status. I'm not too sure whom, but you know, someone worked on themselves. They worked, they healed. It just speaks about an impact graciously, or someone surprising you when it comes to finances, and you don't even know it. So congrats to anyone out there who's working on themselves and is not requesting of anything, asking for anything, just really want to help people. You know, there's always a way that God kind of gives thanks to those that do not ask, but provide some sort of healing or help. And those things do come, like I said, when you least expect it. So, because that's exactly what I'm seeing too as well. Besides the whole pregnancy or pregnancy scare, is an unexpected flow of something, and it's not traumatic in a bad way. It's traumatic in a good way. Because I'm seeing a lot of people. It could be more than one. It just depends overall on the location, where you're at, where you're living. You know, just tears running down of happiness. Nothing but glee and fulfillment and happiness, because a lot of you are really struggling to become fulfilled. Okay. A lot of people are transitioning too when it comes to jobs. Haley, let's see, love, let's see. Nothing really worked for you, huh, Haley? Speaks on your demeanor in class, your presentation overall. You run with the heart, something like that. You follow guidelines as best as you can. Connectivity to people for some reason too could be off at times, and you have a really hard time understanding why people possibly may be a certain way with you and then like don't want to be bothered, or it could be vice versa. And it could speak a lot on ego too, and seniority as well. It's like for some reason it could be corporations just keeping people on a seniority level, or if they've been with them for so long, and you're just trying to find something that just works with you, goes with you, without the need for you to continuously feel some sort of tension weighing heavy in your mind in regards to being accepted. No, you're not, Jimmy. You're so funny. You are not new to life. So impact on March, impact on April. Thinking, researching, looking, Feb, mid-Feb. It's not going to be something that is precise, but it also speaks about some sort of something new for you on your end. These things do need to change too, but it also speaks on something temporary that you believe is going to be temporary, but that's not the case. Why am I getting like when it comes to connection, when it comes to what we call actual friends or some sort of partnership for you in regards to something different, but then we for some reason set ourselves back. We don't want to do it. We don't, it's not, you believe it, it's not for you, but something's telling me for you to try it out, that you never know, because it speaks about someone needing someone and that it's temporary and then it becomes permanent. And it allows you to climb up the ladder, because I do see what we call imbalance of struggles when it comes to your financial life here, because sometimes we jump into just anything, right? Because it's a need, but yet we don't have the passion for it, so it will not drive us, it will not motivate us, it will not move us forward. We will stay stuck in something we don't like. Thank you, Jimmy. That's what I'm getting. But I feel like this opportunity was missed or hidden. They may have chose something or someone, but I believe it's coming back around for you. They thought that someone knew, but they didn't know, nor did they have the drive, or it was just a bit too much. I believe this is something that you can take on, because you're good with challenges. You like challenges. You like overcoming them. Nothing too easy. Well, nothing easy comes easy. April, May. That's when it's going to come right back around for you. But I believe for some reason you're going to get into like 2 other jobs. 2 other jobs. But this is short-lived until April comes, mid-April. It speaks about the core. Pay attention to the core, the talk. Do not astray from what you believe. You think that it's not going to be for you, and it relatively is. You will know till you dive in. Thank you, Tanji. Guys, you will always see me with lifesavers. I love lifesavers. You will always listen. There's not a day in my life I don't like lifesavers. A lot of people don't like them, but yes, they are, Jimmy. They are. Okay, let's see what else I'm picking up on for you guys. And if you want to implement the sign, you can do that too as well. Okay. You're welcome, Haley. Give it a try, love. Okay, because nothing, you knew already in your heart. Before you even sat down, before you even stepped in, before you even started, I believe, and this is for everyone too, if you feel it in your soul, in your core, in your heart, that something's not for you, stop taking things that you know is not going to work for you. Because you never know if an opportunity comes by, and because you believe that you needed it, and your mindset was all about money, 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 you just missed an opportunity. Because you didn't take the chance or the time to be honest with yourselves. You were going to put yourself in another chapter of struggle. Yes, you were. I kid you not. When something's not for you, it's not for you. But if you believe that you can strive to survive and do some sort of bit of research on a positioning for you, then yes, go ahead. Go full force, man. Thrive in it, man. Competitiveness, Tanji. Competition, love. You guys turned it to competition. That's not good. Power struggles with the both of you. Someone was open, the other one wasn't. The other one felt the need for some reason to talk about these things at a wrong time, wrong place. That's not how it works. Someone got too aggressive, too dominating, too greedy about something, and wanted to exclude something out here. Okay, so you were the open one. Yeah, it don't work that way. Either both of you are going to conform to something, agree to something, compromise with something here, accept things as what it is, and then continue to go with the flow, or it's not going to work. That's how it works. That's how things work. Okay. Yeah. You guys got. It's always about balance. It's not just one-sided. It can never be one-sided. Someone will go astray. They'll leave in desperation. The need to receive attention and not be compassionate towards the other person. You have your own life. This person has their life. It doesn't work that way. When you believe the need to want to come back, that's it. Everything is yours. That's how it works. No, it doesn't. That's not how it works. It talks about patience and understanding of another person. You're walking into someone's life to basically give them another chance and an opportunity, and they go ahead and destroy for themselves. That's exactly another example of self-deception. You allow your emotions to get in the way of an opportunity okay, because of your anger, and that destroyed everything in your life that you would have had the capability of receiving some sort of blessing for yourselves. Not good. Not good. I know these things, Tanji. Thank you, God. You're freaking awesome. God, you are freaking amazing. I love you, man. This man is amazing. Okay, let's continue on picking up on the energy. Closures. Big time. That hit me hard. On legalities. Legal circumstances and situations. Also on the weekend. Be careful what you're doing. You're going to do things, do it correctly, do it right. I'm already seeing like some sort of arrest. Oh, but wait. Give me a sec about that. Let's talk about that real quick. Arrest. What you mean by arrest? Spiritual prison. Oof. That's even worse than prison itself. Spiritual prison. That's not good. Who's trying to plot or plan on something when it comes to creativities and ideas, guys? It's okay to have the opinions of others when it comes to creativities and ideas, but people are going to basically know the truth because of the genuineness about someone overall, and then you perceiving to basically receive this information enough to basically talk about it on other specifications of online or some sort of something being done. It's called spiritual prison. God sees everything. He knows everything. He knows exactly what you're doing that's not justifiable nor righteous, because we did not speak on it. Also, be careful when it comes to contracts and people basically scamming you. That's exactly what I'm getting here in my head too, within the 3 weeks, month time frame. Okay, and this is why I keep always seeing in the month of March lots of impact. Either a beautiful ending or a severity of exposure and shame and guilt and discomfort. Listen, you guys don't know when you snap, you snap. Okay, you guys can snap. Take it easy with someone. Take it easy and respect their healing process. Respect their conformity. Respect who they are. Okay. Wow. I love you guys. Confirmation, affirmation. Thank you, God. You're freaking awesome. God is just, oof. May. It always gives me spring, summer, a beautiful ending. It's like also what I call a turnaround, right? A plot that someone is safe either way. That's what I'm getting. Someone will be safe either way. Because it speaks about these decisions at the last minute, after you put in so freaking much time with something or someone. It speaks about the need and the will to want to be with someone, live with someone, make decisions overall on something very impactful, to the extent where they'll turn it around and cause you nothing but despair, headaches, destroy you from within. You know, God sees all this. So I'm seeing someone being saved either way. That's exactly what I got. Someone's going to be saved either way. So go ahead, sit on that throne, receive or give. Someone's going to be a giver, someone's going to be a receiver. Whichever way your hand receives or gives, either way you're going to be blessed. Who's ever giving or receiving. Because I believe that the receiver is for some reason grateful for receiving, but also working so diligent and so hard on themselves too as well. And that's how God gives it to you and blesses you on His time. Okay? We do not live with someone who does that. We do not pretend either. That's nothing to pretend about. If we could not live in one home and have a peace of mind, then it is not a home to begin with, don't you think? A home should be sanctuarial and private and healing. We should not be like that. We should not live like that. We should not have to suffer in that way. That is not a home. A home is a foundation. Either you're going to build it on stone or we're going to do it on brick, metaphorically speaking, which one you want to choose. Because that just tells you that you're okay with receiving pain and you're okay with suffering just to suffer. You're okay with being pushed and pulled and ridiculed and put down and degraded and feel less of or lack of. And yet we're still trying to basically come out of that rabbit hole. And we're digging our own hole. That's exactly what's happening. That is not love. We are not in this gray area. Either you do or you don't. This is not how we're playing now. This ain't checkers. Okay? This ain't a board game. Our life is not a game. Yes, and that's exactly what we need to work on, is our limitations and our boundaries. When we say enough is enough, we draw a line. We don't play that. And God is not to play with either. God draws many lines in front of people. He shows people the truth. The truth will come to you. We should not be suffering in illusions and stories in our head to give us a sense of sanity. This is not eternal. This is not exactly what God wants for us. He wants comfort and understanding and to receive love. He does not want sanity for you guys. If it is not coming in front of you, it's not being shown, then it is a lie. It is a complete, utterly lie. You are causing these illusions for yourself to keep yourself in sanity behavior. Let me tell you this. Nobody, and I'm going to say this again, nobody, I don't care what you are. I don't care if you're from the streets. I don't care if you're from home. I don't care if you chose to live in the streets. Okay, I don't care if you downgraded just to freaking benefit or save or whatever the case may be. At the end of the day, you are a freaking human. And ain't no human, okay, is going to give themselves or degrade themselves, okay, and be second for much longer. If you are a woman of the house, if you are a woman and you are considered to be the main lady, I will tell you this much, God will show you. He will present you the second woman. Because let me tell you something, a second woman never wants to be second in anyone's heart or life. They may say that they don't care. That means they really freaking care. They're just seeing where your heart is at. Ain't nothing for free. Nothing. I kid you not. Not even your body is free. It talks about reciprocation. If you're not receiving reciprocity, what are you doing there? Are you draining yourself? I don't get it. Are we causing a tornado to happen, a storm, where you're going to break? Because you've done told someone that, you know, this reciprocation doesn't have to necessarily just be finances. This reciprocation means respect for one another, trust, love, honesty, building, growing, understanding. It is not just money, guys. Money will not make you happy. Look how many famous people are out there. They are freaking miserable because they can't seem to trust anyone anymore. They allow people back in their lives right when they rose up. Yet God said no. They were not meant to be in your life for a reason, and you took them back when you rose up, or when God rose you up or blessed you. And then we ask ourselves why there's no more blessings coming, because God told you not to look back to begin with. Who told you to you know, pick up the phone call? Who told you? Who told you to be excited enough to have the strength to tell them what's going on with your life in regards to you of blessings and receiving blessings? Yet we cannot stop these fames or you being famous, you know, because if it's fated, fine, it's fated, right? But I believe God does these things in these times when He knows that you are freaking ready. You know, the problem is our free will. God says, you're ready. He blesses you. I know a lot of people that went through this. He blesses you. I know you have a good heart. That's the problem. You have too much of a good heart. We have to draw a line. When no is no, and when enough is enough, it's enough, darn it. You know, sometimes God puts you in these tests where He blesses you. Blesses you, your family, everyone's doing great. And then you fail. You fail Him. After He's told you and has guided you not to look back, you failed. Then people start getting sick. There's misbehaviors. There's oppression. there's suppression, there's sickness. And then you wonder why these things happen. Did not that woman turn like a pillar of salt when Jesus said, don't look back? Poof. Just gone. You think God won't do that to you guys? Yes, he will. You'll cry wolf this time, he won't listen. Point blank, period. You've got to draw a line for yourselves. Listen, he will guide you. He will show you the way. He will counsel you. He will teach you. If you are in a new life path in your life, okay, with people that are new, that they were not from your past, that's okay. God's like, go ahead, run. Because these are now the people that are going to freaking counsel you, man. God works through everyone. These are the people that will counsel you. They will take you there. All you got to do is go. Stop procrastinating. That's the problem. It's you, not anybody else. Oh, they're jealous of me. Oh, they can't deal with me. Oh, now they don't got time for me. Oh, like, no, it ain't about that. It's you. You. Tell your mind, not today. I will not allow it. I will discern. I will ask God to show me the way, to continue to teach me, continue to be a shepherd, so that I can become a shepherd, not just a sheep. And then the rest will follow. God's just saying, stop stressing. Live day to day. Come out your comfort zone. Maybe that's the problem. You guys are too comfortable. You think that it's okay. No, it's not okay. When you're too comfortable, it is not okay. You should see the potential and the drive within yourself. It doesn't take anyone outside of you to see how important you are as a person. Not just a human being. A lot of you have goddesses in you. You guys don't understand. It is about you, man. You take charge of your journey and what's important for yourself. People are going to talk. Don't worry about that. It's fine. You just continue doing what you need to do. You don't need validation. You don't need praise. The only praise that you need to give is God. That's it. Period. Point blank. As he's been through you, with you, through all your cries, your tears, your heartaches, heartbreaks. He's been guiding you ever since you surrendered, ever since you asked for help, ever since you opened up your heart to God. And you started having this personal relationship, because he knows your fears. He knows your wants. He knows your dislikes. He knows your likes. He knows your habits, man. You will see a change. Allow him to work through you, within you, around you. If you have circumstances and situations within your body, allow God to also take care of that for you. But you have to receive. You have to have the will to receive. It's not just about open the books. It's not just about, oh, somebody told me to do this, so I'm going to do it. No, that somebody is not God. He needs to know you genuinely want this. You need to see what's going on in your life. What's causing you detriment? What's causing you this pain? You guys believe for some reason that you worked on yourself clearly, but yet you find yourselves crying out of nowhere. Weeping out of nowhere, your head's down out of nowhere, a sense of regret and guilt out of nowhere, and you're like, I'm fine, I believe I'm fine, everything's fine. No, it's not. It's not fine. We have to know when it's not okay, and we have to do something about it. Ain't no one gonna do this for you. You have to do it for yourself. You just have to believe, man. And if you want to bring the family lineage back, if you want to bring the chain back of your family, darn it, you can do that too. You can do whatever you believe to do. No, Jimmy, you're fine, love. We don't need to argue or disagree on matters. No, exactly. We have to be honest with ourselves on what we are uncomfortable in. The more you're honest with yourself, the more you know who you are, the more you know what you need to do. I'm talking for the people, guys. I'm not talking for myself. Trust me, I've been there. It is not comfortable. Mercy, the one that's paranoid could be you. because I'm speaking out of passion. And I believe God's people can discern for that themselves. And if you continue to spam and disagree, then don't come into my life causing havoc for no reason. I will mute you. You know, you come in and you indicate honesty and justice and righteousness. You speak about God, and then you come in and you disagree. So maybe it's you that needs to be worked on. You should not come into my life and become a hypocrite, because a hypocrite I am not, and I can conform to that. In the beginning, I wasn't into the word, guys. I was not into the Bible. Trust me, I will not come here and sit and boast that I made my studies. I did my due diligence. No, I did not. See, there's a difference between studying, being into the word, and there's a difference being led into the word. When God says, take my hand, John was not perfect. David wasn't perfect. Paul wasn't perfect. Job wasn't perfect. But because of the desire and the passion and the will to do nothing but righteousness and justice, they went, they followed. Now, I cannot say that they actually executed on God's deeds, but at least they did something righteous. And yes, they left their family, they left their homes, they did not look back. When they would travel, yes, that's the first place that they would go. If we're going to do these things for God, we do it 130 or 150%. If we surrendered, we have to make sure that that is a surrender or a promise that we keep. Because yes, God can cause us chaos and havoc, even those that are chosen, because we have given up on ourselves, enough to give up on our Father, knowing that He's been there for us. That is betrayal. That is deceit. That is backstab. That is the lowest of the lowest. And you will not receive your fortunes. You will not be blessed. Because if you have the strength enough to give up on God, who else do you have to give up on? Yourselves. It will not be wise to state a promise or surrender and you don't do God's bidding. He's not telling you not to live your life. He's not telling you not to be happy. He's not telling you, no, there's not a day that you won't be sad. No. He knows these things in seasons. There's a day to be sad. There's a day to mourn. There's a day, to disagree on specific things in your life. But for the love of God, give Him 10 minutes of your time, 15, 20, 30. Do His bidding, and you will see your blessings unfold right in front of you. Not when you want it, when He believes that you're ready for it. That's how it works. Because He knows that if He blesses for you with these things, material circumstances, anything. Let's just say someone's in need. Someone needs help. Someone just needs you to listen to them. You will still have your heart. That will never change. You will not be miserable because you know how to deal with these things. And that's exactly what He's trying to teach those that He believes will conform to something, will reach new heights. He's trying to teach you how it is at the bottom and what it looks like and how it feels, enough for you to speak on it, enough for you to understand that once you reach this level of heights that you believe in so much, that you will not change, your heart will not turn cold. You will not steer away people that are in need. You will make these decisions for yourself. Money will not be everything for you. I believe compassion and love and integrity and dignity and the need to heal others and have them understand how life is all about and what it's all about won't necessarily have nothing to do with money, but for the love of people, the way that God loved His people, because darn it, He created you guys for a bigger purpose. A bigger purpose. Not just what you believe in from society that's giving you these informations. And yet we do not discern. We do not ever discern correctly because some of you are still learning and growing or immature and in the moment, knowing that it can it can hurt someone. Some of you just don't care. Do you not understand that these things get accounted for? Not just tears. Tears are just parables in the scriptures. Anything that you do to hurt God's people, that will get accounted for. We don't just wait for someone to drop a tear or to cry. No. Your action speaks louder. Your intentions in your mind. If you're going to do something, you do it with all your heart and your might. But if you believe that you're going to get away with everything that you've done, I wouldn't have that mindset ever. Because when you believe that everything is fine, that you're the most happiest person, knowing that what you did, you just did not care, you will get yours. You will. A lot of people think that they can get away with things, and that you're not being watched ever. You're completely wrong. And if it's not you that's going to receive some form of punishment, it will be someone connected to you, or your daughters, or your children. Do you not understand that? You don't understand that just because of what you did and you did not face it or take accountability for it or ask for forgiveness genuinely, do you not understand that if it doesn't go to you, this form of punishment, your children will suffer, your children's children will suffer? Is that what you want? Because God is a promise, but He's also merciful. But He can also punish big time. He can block for generations if He needs to. He has no problem doing that. He did it before. But when one person believes, and they know that they've taken accountability, they know that they suffered so much, and all they did was forgive and surrender, God will turn things around. He will lift the curses of your family. He will. I kid you not. People will see changes. Changes that they've never seen before. Blessings that they've never received before. Because all it takes is one person in your family to actually do God's bidding. To lift every curse possible put upon you. Do something righteous and take accountability for your actions. And be honest to yourselves. Because all you're doing is causing hinder. And all you're doing is delaying what you're really supposed to be doing, or what you want to do in your life, because you're so afraid of what people need to say. Be who you are. Don't let no one change you. If you feel negative, if you see negativity, if you feel like, you're being dragged way down, if you feel like you're confused or something, ask God for confirmation. Ask God for help. Ask Him for healing. Turn your pages. Tell the Holy Ghost to turn the page for you. Don't go to a verse of something based off of what you experienced. What if it's something much deeper than that needs to be healed? What if it's something else from your past, abandonment, as to why everything is causing you such despair? Maybe it's not the anger of a current situation. Maybe it's the anger ramped up with rage of a past circumstance that you did not face and you ran from. Maybe you need to say something to someone. Maybe God will give you the strength and the courage of etiquetteness and a professionalism of how to communicate with someone the right way so they can feel it. And then you walk away. Because you did something righteous. You might feel relieved. Sometimes silence is much more powerful than anything. Sometimes just looking at someone and seeing the change in them, that's what allows people to be very proud of someone or themselves. Because you don't need to explain these things. You don't ever need to explain anything to anyone but God. That's it. And yourself. Forget anything else and just smile for once in your life. Maybe this is why our inner child wounds are hindered. Why we don't genuinely laugh or smile. We're so afraid to speak.
We're so afraid to come out. We're so afraid to be who we are. We're so afraid to say, you know what? Yes, that is me. You have a problem. Do we have a problem? Do you want to judge? Are you perfect? If you're so perfect, throw the stone. If you did not fail ever in your life, throw me a stone. If you did not sin ever in your life enough to understand what love is, throw me a stone. Guys, live your life. Make something out of it. Don't just pass away and not do something for God's people or yourself. Enough to feel good that you did some sort of good deed for yourself, but not boast on it. But if you're going to boast, you boast with God. Love is not jealous or enviness. It is progress. It is building. It's growing. It's having a cup that forever overflows, and you can share love with anyone. It is understanding between the both of you, enough for you to communicate and then smile afterwards, because these things were justified, rectified, like adults. And then be your kiddish self. Be free-flowing. Drive around, travel. Live your life. You guys know what good and bad is, you know. We allow what we allow. Sometimes we allow certain things because we just like it, darn it. But make sure that, understand that there's consequences for every decision making that you do. But that's only if you want it to become one. Not everything has to be a problem. Not everything has to turn out to be a problem. There are solutions when it comes to these likings or certain things or certain decisions that you make. There are what we call turnarounds. Wake up, collectives. I'm not just on a live to be on the live. I believe that God has given me more than just one gift, and I'm so grateful for it. Listen, I have the ability to heal, but it's like pulling a horse to water. If for you to heal, you guys need to really receive it and understand what's going on to get healed. What is much more deeper than what you believe a problem could have been? You might have 3, 4, 5 blockages within you. You might have a certain huge issue within you, enough to make other situations in your body come to form. Headaches, diseases, disease on top of another disease, diabetes on top of something else. I cannot do these things without you guys having the free will to receive and to understand roughly what is going on with you all. I don't need to indicate specifics coming out of my mouth. I don't come on live just to come on live. I come on live because my eyes speak for itself. My way of being and what God is creating me to be and to become. I accept it. I understand it now. And I'm okay with it. And I receive it fully. Because I surrendered. Yes, I did. And I love it. I love every way of it. Don't think that for a second. A chosen person does not suffer. They suffer because they're so sensitive now that they can feel everyone's pain and heartache. They need to understand of these things in order to grow, in order for God to continue to heal you. Chosen ones do suffer. We don't ask for it. It comes to us. We receive it and we deal with it on how God wants us to be dealt with, the authority and command of Him, not of us. You do not understand how it took for me to throw out ego and pride out the window, to understand that everything is not about me, to understand of these things I needed to let go of. It was not an easy road, nor is it now. But God will not give you anything you cannot handle. Trust me, He will bless you 10 times fold if needed. He will make sure that you multiply your fruit. But if he believes that you have another position in your life, or he chose you, or the Holy Ghost chose you, and you're fated to do these things, well, he's going to take away what you cannot handle. Because what's far fated for you is something much more stronger. That you cannot have these distractions or discouragement. Have faith and believe in yourselves and discern wisely enough to make your decisions, enough for you to be fulfilled in your life. I'm not saying it's going to be easy, guys. Trust me, I know of this. But make the journey worth it then. Have your memories, because that's all you're going to take with you. I have multitudes of memories. I had to leave my family. It was not an easy decision. They thought that I betrayed them, and I didn't. It was not time to speak on it, because when I do go back, I believe God will bless them for me. And I pray every day that they're okay. I am on a journey. I am on God's journey. And I have to obey. I do, and I must. For these chosen ones, trust me, when we stop helping people, when we stop it, it is not a nice feeling. God knows that your life may have ended a long time ago, but He lifted you up and raised you up enough to do His bidding. He gave you chances after chance, and this time He's giving you a huge chance. Because He believes it in your heart that you deserve it, because of everything that you've endured and went through, the pain and the suffering. You did not have to take that on, but because of your heart, you got stomped on without asking to be stomped. You got backstabbed and betrayed. You got stolen by. But this time it will be worth it. And you'll be so grateful and in your grace. Enough to heal people and believe in them and not give up in them, because you see the large, immense potential in them. These words of wisdom do not come from the temple. It does not come from you. It is given from up above, because you learned how to listen. You learned how to put your knees down on the ground in your foot, enough to adhere to a command. Everyone wants love, Naya. But what is love when we do not understand the purity of loving ourselves enough to know that it takes time and patience for someone to really open their eyes and their hearts to understand you, that all you wanted was them to be there. All you wanted was a hug. We scream and we lash. We anger. And our souls, all they wanted was to be heard and a hug. That's it. And we don't know how to express these things, because for some reason we find ourselves to be weak, especially that of the men. You don't understand what it takes for a mother to be there for a son, and not for them to feel a sense of worthlessness or abandonment. Enough for them to pick up on their 2 feet and say, if I'm going to live my life separate from what I have been taught, from what I've experienced, I need to learn to love myself separately. I need to leave these toxic circumstances and situations. And even if you're around it, hopefully you have the strength to heal others around you. Sometimes we have to put ourselves in predicaments of liking other people's likes. Enough for them to see the truth, that all you're doing is really healing them, because they're showing you who they truly are. And that's what we call compassion. Not every day is going to be a sense of excitement. Not every day will be laughter. But sometimes we have to put ourselves in people's shoes to understand why they have an illness or a problem, and what you will do silently to heal them. Sometimes they don't understand that they're walking with something or someone that God has created for them, enough for them to heal day by day, little by little, conforming to their every need and expectation too at that. But yet laughing and feeling a sense of comfort and openness with someone. You might not even know that God created somebody and you're near them. You might not even know who you're truly talking to. Only God does. Does these things make sense to you? Yes, I believe so. No, Naya. It will become that way if we do not accept who we are and love ourselves enough not to want to receive the love from others on a specific time, because there is no time. Time does not wait for us. We have to learn that it is okay to love ourselves, enough for somebody to truly see our potential and who we are, enough for you to see the difference of what true love is all about. Sometimes we have what we call these standards, yet people are so confused of standards. When someone sets standards, sometimes it doesn't necessarily mean standard of money or the fact that someone already has a house or a home. You can meet a farmer, they have nothing, but their standards of treating you like a queen that you are, that's standard. That is standard. Everything in his farm, he gives. He cooks. He works with his own bare hands and lifts up the soil just to make sure that you're okay. And when you're sick, he doesn't want you working. He's there for you 24/7, making sure that you're okay. He did not leave your bedside. He made sure he's farmed enough to create some sort of fruit for both of you. Understand the difference. Stop worrying about what other people are doing for their own happiness and worry about your own. I don't care if you're with someone. Let them be happy. Let them do what they please. We are not here to judge. We allow God to take care of that. He's the authority for that. He is authority for the living and the dead. Do you not understand how many limbs are off of people, or no limbs on people when they were born, and yet they're still breathing and thriving and surviving? You don't see them complaining. There's a lot of people that are utilizing their legs. Do you not understand how powerful your mind is and your heart? When you just believe in yourself. I don't care how small your faith is. Let it be small so that it can grow in multitudes, enough for people to adhere to your word, listen to you, feel a sense of what we call drivenness. God will not care where you're at. God will use you all. But each and every one has a different purpose. And if he believes that you can take on one, what makes you think he will not give you more of your purpose?
Good.
You deserve it. Just do right. That's it. Do right and live your life. Stop questioning other people. Stop questioning your partner. If these things are not shown in front of you, stop doing that. You're lowering who you are and everything that you worked on yourself for. You will make your partner think that he's not doing right. You will make him think less of himself. You would make him feel like he has to start all over again with you because there's something that you're losing about yourself. He would make you, for some reason, you'll make him think that, why the emptiness? Why the void? What did I do? He would have this victimized mentality, and you're the one that's causing it. And you wonder why you can't open up to your partner anymore. Why you need to do things in hiding. Why is there even such a word, hiding and strategic and sneakiness? You not understand that you're being watched. So what if your partner is not watching you? God is. And you guys will be judged, trust me. Why the need to have to do that? When you know that you can, if you're ready for a relationship, darn it, then make it become one. Then don't be in a relationship if you believe that you need to go on your own and do your own thing. It is not making you a man or a woman. You're not feeling like the best version of you when you hide. Look what happened to Eve. She did what she did. She was being watched. She hid. God right away said, "What are you doing?" He wasn't hurt because of what she did. He was hurt because their relationship was destroyed. Because now there was a detachment. And it wasn't because a man or a woman wanted to know how much they missed them. or how strong their relationship is. No. It was because of guilt and shame. And because it was destroyed. There's no turning back from that. There's good and bad in everything. There's good and bad in pride. There's good and bad in ego. It just depends on what you want to use it for. For example, there's good and bad in a knife. There's good and bad in a fork. There's good and bad in a spoon. I'm just saying. If you want to be a certain way, look a certain way, become a certain way, people will respect you because of your honesty. People will respect you because of your straightforwardness. They will. They will love you even more. And it's just not a regular love, it's unconditional. Really hard to come by, right? Yes, Tanji, I will not forget. Once again, apologies for that. So, blessings to all of you. No, Naya, I will not say that you're a problem or the problem, because guess what? Like I said, it doesn't have to be a problem. Naya, take a notebook. Write your pros and cons down. Sometimes we believe for some reason, because our minds are so scattered, that we did something, we took some sort of action or initiative, or we're the best at something and we're not. Someone can come in and overcome that plus more. Native. No, no, don't. It's called signs, love. Signs, okay? You don't have to do that. It's just so cute. You don't have to continue to go to Dollar Tree to get a test. No. You're so humorous. I love it. All right, guys. Trust me, you guys will know. Your body will tell you, listen, your body is not against you. It is with you. It will tell you when something is wrong. Just like it does when you have a fever. Just like it does when there's a cold or sickness. Doesn't it talk to you? It talks to you. It lets you know when you're in pain or when something hurts. And it lets you know when you do have a blessing inside of you. Trust me, you will know. Like, for example, let's say someone's speed driving or just driving, right? Driving fast, right? And you don't ever get car sick like you would get boat sick. And then all of a sudden you know, that's also one signification. And then, like I said, metallic taste or sour in your mouth taste, or just something that is different that you enjoyed all of a sudden tastes different to you. Sometimes it could be more than just that, right? You just got to look at the time frame, the time window. A lot. I've noticed a lot of, like, even females, they went months with their monthly, and then all of a sudden the doctor tells them, girl, you've been 3 months pregnant. Did you not know? It happens, trust me. Sometimes even twins or triplets. Yeah, that is kind of, oof, that's overwhelming. That's telling you to meditate and inhale and exhale. Okay? But listen, enjoy your life. God's gonna create you, counsel you, whether you like it or not. Even if you're not ready, that's how it works. When it's God's time, it's His time, and that's just how it works. You might see yourself changing. That's life. Literally. Just receive it. You cannot do nothing about it. It was meant for you. Big on acceptance and contracts and all that good stuff too coming. But I'll speak about that later on. Alright guys, blessings. Take care. It was nice to talk to all of you. Thank you for the share. Thank you for the likes. God willing, or under His authority, I will come on to speak of more downloads, more things that I'm getting. Okay, even individually, I can speak to all of you depending on your questions and give you a sense of comfort of a current past towards a current circumstance now. That's just how God exposes the truth. Okay? Take care, guys. Blessings. You're welcome, Johnny. Follow. Especially the new ones. Follow.